Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about three types of fake news and how to debunk or verify that fake news. My name is Alex Biggs B. Ramos from 11 Discipline, and today we're gonna begin. First of all, objectives. What we're gonna do on this video. Firstly, we have to define and differentiate the misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. Secondly, we're gonna demonstrate analysis. It is to examine and interpret the examples. It also shows what technique I'm gonna use to verify or to debunk. Okay. What we have here is three types of fake news, that being disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. This information is information that is created and shared with intent to mislead or manipulate audience. However, the misinformation is information that is shared without harmful intent, often shared inadvertently as rumors or honest mistakes. So the difference between those two is disinformation is shared with malicious intent, while the misinformation is shared without knowing that it is fake. And lastly, malinformation. Even though this information is true, but it can cause harm by removing the context. Moving on, disinformation. Disinformation involves deliberately distorting narratives. It is often well-funded and strategically disseminated to influence political outcomes or social behavior. That example being fabricated content, imposter branding, deepfakes, and AI media. This right here is an example of AI media. This YouTube video claims that Philippines had turned its back on its long-standing security allies, particularly the United States, and was supposedly making a major change in its defense or foreign policy. The reason why this video is harmful to Philippines because it stated that Philippines has turned its back on United States, even though it's false. The resulting is that Philippines will get a bad reputation from United States. First step we're gonna do is source verification. So that way we can know who is the one posting it, if it's an official or just a random account. So this right here, what I found is the YouTube channel composes of AI generated stories. These channel stories most likely aren't accurate because of the usage of AI. The second technique we're gonna use is cross-checking. So that way we can compare the information with reports from multiple reliable outlets. And we're gonna pick one of those, so that way we're gonna pick one page on what we search from cross-checking. So from what you can see from this image, the AFP stated that these claims were false and did not reflect any real government actions or official policy. The Philippines continues to maintain its mutual defense agreements and security partnerships, including the Mutual Defense Treaty with United States. So, in conclusion, I used a linear technique approach to narrow down the search. By cross-checking, it had narrowed my search significantly, and by fact-checking the post, I can verify the post if it's true or false. Here, this right here, a clear explanation on how I did it. First, source verification. Second, cross-checking. And after that, fact-checking. Moving on is the second type of fake news, which is misinformation. Often driven by cognitive bias, misinformation spread because it aligns with what we want to believe. It is often shared by family and friends who mean no harm. From what we can see from this example, this image says that if the ICC issues a warrant from what we can see from this image, the image says that if the ICC issues an arrest warrant for Senator Bato de la Rosa, the Philippine police are ready to implement it. Whether this actually happened should be confirmed using reliable news sources and official statement. So, the first step we're gonna use to verify or debunk this is by source verification. This is very important so that way we can know who the one who's posting it. So we will check the account if it's from official government or just some random account. Big followers doesn't mean it automatically becomes correct. The second step we're gonna approach is check the official account. From the right, this image is debunked by PNP, and on the left is the PNP comments. So to summarize it, someone created and shared a graphic pretending to be legitimate news. The PNP publicly denied it and clarified that the information was false. Well, since it's debunk, we're gonna use a different technique which is not connected to this technique. The second different technique we're gonna use is cross-checking. So that way we can compare it to the other technique we have used, which is check the official account. So, Rodolfo Tuano stated that we clarified the Director of Legal Service that it haven't convened that the NCPP PNPC to implement an ICC warrant. So no orders to arrest yet. Second example is Randolph Tuano talks about how this post is fake. It proceeds to explain as to why it's fake. So, in conclusion, I use two techniques to check if the post is true or not. If it produced the same result, then no need to dig further. But if the both techniques contradicts with each other, then I will use the other techniques to further check the post. So, this technique I used is this source verification and branches to two techniques, which is the check the official account technique and cross-checking technique. If we were to combine them and produce same result, so yeah, that's no need to check further, I guess. And lastly, malinformation. Unlike fake news, malinformation is based on real facts. However, it is used to meticulously to damage reputation or incite harassment. So, this post right here, taken out of context, this news indicates that we are bobo. Without context, some people might believe that the news is telling us that we are bobo, but in fact it is not. So in order for us to verify or debunk it, the first thing we're gonna do is reverse image search. By doing that, we can know where the meme originally posted. And if we were to scroll on the comments, we're gonna get this. The information we need to further go and know where the original source is. So the second step is check the original source. I've already seen the whole story, but I'm gonna summarize it for you. Bobo ba tayo? That was the question asked by Cynthia Villar to officials of the Department of Agriculture, asking why the Philippines keeps importing products, including milk, and fertilizer. She said that the country is already being left behind by other countries. So, from what I can conclude, um, I think it's different, you know. Without context, the story is different. So that's why the technique I used only consisted of two steps. Firstly, the reverse image search redirects me to the post where it was originally, the meme. After that, I scrolled down to look information in the comments. After I found what I need to search deeper, I came across to the original news where the meme came from. I listened to the news. I concluded that without context, it became different, like a bread and a pizza. Well, the last thing we're gonna topic is the differences between the three types of fake news. Here is the misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. The it so basically the factual basis is how true it is. Misinformation is false, disinformation is false, but the malinformation is true. Intent of harm. Here, misinformation intent of harm is low. Disinformation intent of harm is high. And also, malinformation intent of harm is high. Here, I'm going to give you common examples of these three. Misinformation being satire mistakes for real news. Disinformation is manipulated political propaganda. And lastly, malinformation, private emails leaked for damage. It's kind of like blackmail or something like that, you know? So, to make it very easy for people to understand, here, misinformation, intentionally published inaccurate or misleading information. It fall into the falseness, and this information right here is in the between falseness and malintent. Not only it provides a false information, it also provides a malintent information. Here in the malinformation, it is only a malintent but no falseness. So malinformation is very true, you know. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the video I make, and I hope you understand it. Thank you guys very much.